At the Institute for Advanced Study, I'm doing research on transformations of reading in an information age. So you might be familiar with the following scenario. You're sitting at your desk or at a coffee shop or an airport and trying to plow through this complex article. While your laptop is emitting a stream of incoming emails, your spouse is texting you about what to do for dinner, you are fighting the urge to check your Twitter feeds to read up on the latest academic fiddy or what has Trump been saying now. And meanwhile, an old classmate is trying to reignite the friendship by sending you a Facebook friend request. Possibly you're also listening to an album on Spotify. So needless to say, all of this makes concentrating on said article a little bit of a challenge. If you recognize this at all, welcome to our hyper-mediated times of information overload. Now, young people, or the Google generation, are arming themselves against this constant bombardment by developing reading habits like scanning, skimming and hyper-reading. And some scholars fear that in fact they might be arming themselves a little bit too well. They signal the imminent demise of our capacities for close or deep modes of reading. In other words, people, especially young people, are losing the ability to concentrate. So what then to do? Shall we just take away their devices and their social media, drag them into the nearest library and force their noses into Proust? Arguably, yeah, but that doesn't seem very feasible. Plus, I think that both types of skills are indispensable today. Hyper-reading will allow us to get the gist of information quickly, but close reading is needed if we want to critically engage with the meaning of texts. And these are vital skills for training well-informed citizens in democratic societies, especially in times of fake news, filter bubbles and overload. So I propose to better integrate print and digital literacies. One of the challenges in reading today, it seems to me, is precisely to determine when to pay attention and when to skim or what to skip. When do we zoom in and close read? And when does it suffice to scan or surface read or hyper read? When do we slow down and when can we speed up? And how do we synthesize across multiple text types? So I aim to develop a model for adaptive reading and attentional modulation, and I will later test this in a series of experiments with different groups of readers.